Good day everyone. Today we're going to discuss how to execute command prompt. So in command prompt, we are going to execute the commands that we have learned from the one that I have shared to you on our VLE. So there is an application there that I want you to install since we do not have, since most of you do not have computers at home, and we could not be able to execute it in your phones. So instead, we are going to use the application for you to have a background on those commands. This is now the command prompt on which we are going to execute the command ping. And as you can see, this is our C prompt or command prompt, okay, where we can be able to put our commands in here. So this afternoon or this day, we're going to execute the command ping, which is the most important tool or utility command in checking for connectivity from one host going to another. Okay, so ping means packet internetwork grouper. Okay, so this utility command, again, as I've said, is used to check for connectivity from one host going to another. Not just a host on a network, but a website, okay, or a computer on the other side of the world. Okay, as long as you know the name of those computers. Okay, so let us try to get inside the help of the command ping /?. Okay, so this is the whole parameter of command ping. So ping is executed altogether with the target name. Okay, ping space the target name. Again, the target name should be an IP, a computer name, or a website location or web name. Okay, and these are its options. So when say option, it can be either be executed together with that command or not. Okay, and these are the types of options that you can be able to use, okay, with a command ping. Good day, this is the interface of our Pkt Tracer. So in here we can have different parts of our simulator. First is the select button. Okay, this is used to select objects in our simulator. This one is the inspect. This is used to inspect the content of our objects, our networking devices. And this one is a tool for deleting selected objects or our devices. And this is the resize. So you can resize the sizes of our devices, okay, used here. And this is another important tool used, okay, in our simulator. This is used to place a note or labels on our devices, especially on putting labels on our IP addresses, okay, for a certain device. And this is used to draw a line. If you wish to draw lines and rectangles, our ellipses, and the free form. Okay, so these tools or these shapes are used to group our networks. Okay, this is used to indicate a group. Okay, so if you wish to group or a certain group of computers to be considered as a LAN. This one is used to send simple PDU, okay, packet data unit, okay, and this one is a complex PDU. Okay. So, and here below, so we have here the two modes of our Pkt Tracer. So usually by default we used to work under the logical mode, okay, wherein we place our devices logically. Okay, so by layers. So the first is the user level layer, okay, or where the end devices can be located. Next, in the middle here, there are, we used to put there the distribution layers, or our distribution devices, which are in the form of routers and network and our switches. And on top is our core devices. Okay, so we used to put it there on top the the clouds, okay, the servers, okay, and other big devices that is used to connect from one continent or one big scenario to another. Okay, so by layer. And the physical mode. So in the physical mode, we need to put a map as a background to simulate the actual location of our devices in the network. Okay, then in here below we have this another two modes, the real-time mode, wherein we are going to work in the simulator in real time. Okay, when you say real time, all devices are actually working on. Okay, and the simulation mode, if you wish to simulate, if you wish to see how a data is being transmitted from one host going to another with the use of our PDUs. Okay, so take note, when we set up our network, it is running in real time. Okay, so we're now ready to set up our network, our simple network for this discussion or for this lesson. So first, we're going to select here our end device. Okay, so these are our end devices. So PC, laptop, server, main servers, etc. Okay, so we're going to make use of a PC. So take note, click, then another click. So just click and drag or drop. Okay, click and drop. And okay, but if you wish to make it a copy, just try to do this. Just put the mouse pointer over the object, then press and hold the control key on the keyboard, then click and drag, then release the button on the mouse, then release the control button, and you have the copy of your object. Okay, the selected object that you have, but you need to rename. So to rename, click, then change the name of the PC. So in order for you to avoid confusion later on. Okay, so let's make this bigger. So that is how we select, so that we can move. And we need to have another two sets of PC. So and we have to copy again, control, click and drag, then release. So we have 4 and we have 5. Okay, so we have total of 6 PC. Okay, here. So we're now ready for putting some connections. Take note of this basic rule in connecting our devices. Okay, take note. We have here three pairs of computer. So first, we're going to use the straight through connector. Okay, so to connect, okay, we need to check it first. So in order for us to connect devices, so kindly check first the computer if it has this this network interface card installed on it. So if there is none, so try to do this. Turn it off on this computer. Okay, again. So to turn off, press this red button, and the green light will come out. Okay, and then remove, click and drag. So this one is being removed. Change or install from one of this. So we're going to choose here among the choices here. For example, we're going to use the Gigabit Ethernet Copper connector, okay, CGE. This is the copper fast Ethernet interface, copper Ethernet. Okay, but we always use this CFE and CGE, and this one is the FFE or fiber fast Ethernet. Okay, and once you install it, turn it on again, and you have your PC. So that's how we used to remove and put the network interface card on our PC. Okay, we're now ready. So connect. So using fast Ethernet. Okay, so as you have noticed, the triangle color is red. So meaning it is not connected. Okay, so the rule: do not use straight through connector on the same device. So since we have PC and PC, so straight through is not possible. So this could not be used in here. Okay, so we put here a label, straight through. Okay, okay, so instead of using straight through, we try to use this one on the next pair, the crossover cable. So as you can see, the green light is on. Okay, meaning there is a connection in between. Okay, but this is just one protocol on. Okay, so may connectivity sila, but they could not communicate here. So based on the theory that you have learned on lesson 1, so we need the IP, TCP/IP protocol. So IP, Internet Protocol. So we need to have an address. Okay, so if you put your mouse pointer in here, as you can see, wala siyang may naset. Everything is blank. Only the MAC address is present. So since because MAC address is permanent inside the network interface card. Okay, so how to? In here, click the PC and then click on the desktop tab, IP configuration, and this one will be displayed. So by default, our IP configuration is set to static. So meaning we are requested, okay, by the system to supply an IP address. Okay, so static is being supplied by the user or the technician or the network administrator. So that is a static IP. So in static IP, we have a choice. What type of IP are we going to put in here? So basically, we are going to put private IP address. So again, please take note of the list of private IP address that is only allowed for us to use. Okay, so static. But if you are setting up a web server, you are required to put there the what we call public IP, since it is going to be published on the web. Okay, so public IP again is being given to you or given to us by our ISP or Internet Service Provider. Okay, and this one another, so we have two options, so static and DHCP. So upon clicking the HCP, as you have noticed here, it requests an IP address. So where this IP address came from? So basically, the HCP, if you click in here, needs to have a connection to the DHCP server. So since our setup here doesn't have a server, so instead, the one that is being displayed here, the HCP failed, but there is another IP came out. Okay, this IP is called APIPA. Okay, so automatic private IP addressing. Okay, so APIPA is a solution given by the operating system, okay, to manage the connectivity of computers in the network. Okay, so that they can communicate with each other, so need ang IP. So ginhatagan sa solusyon. Okay, isang aton operating system. Modern operating system has that. So, okay, so how to determine that it is an APIPA? So all APIPA IP addresses starts with 169.254. So meaning this is another private IP, okay, which is class B. Okay, so duha ka to 55, duha ka 0, class B. Okay, so amo ni iya keyword 169.254, APIPA na siya. Okay, and automatic muna nang iya nga ngalan. Okay, so para hindi kita malipat, so we need to put here a name. 169.254.163.226. 163.226. Okay, then another side, another PC, then the CP, then 113.219. So copy again. Okay. Why I am putting here the labels of IP addresses that is being set inside the PC. So this is to document our work so that it is very easy for us to test, okay, to test our configurations. Okay, so to test whether this one is connected or not, okay, aside from the IP being set, aside from this indicator, we need to test for the connectivity using the command ping. Okay, so if you are going to hover this one, the mouse pointer on the object, the IP address is now already set. Okay, so 169.254.163.226/16. What is that /16 stands for? /16 means that is the IP subnet mask. Okay? So, which means it is the 16 bits of the first 2 octet, or the first and second octet is being used, okay, as a network portion. So this is the first and second octet. As you can see, pareho si 169254 kag diri sa piak 169254 man. So meaning this is the network address and this is the host address. Okay? That is class B. So to test connectivity, command prompt, ping. Okay? Again, use the command ping and 169.254.113.219. Okay? So, double check. It's correct. So, it will going to send a packet going here. Okay? So, it sends 4 packets. Okay? So, this is the default of ping. It will going to send 4 packets going to the other side. And it sends its reply in due time. So, the faster the milliseconds, the better. Okay? So, this is the fast. Dasig niya kay 0 mo. To dayon sa piyak pag-abot. Okay? Because this is direct connection. Wala na sa naghapit sa iba nga network device. So, let us try to compare this later. Okay? On the other, the last pair that we have. Okay? So, we're going to put here on this side. And in here, on this last pair that we have, okay, but before I forget, let us put here a label. Po muna importanteng label, cross over. And in here, the last pair, so we need to add up here another device. We need to make use of a switch, a network switch. Okay, so network switch. So again, if there is a different device, we can now use a straight throw cable. Okay. So as you've seen here, green, orange. So meaning, orange is now, the switch is now going to communicate, attempting to communicate to the PC, and the PC is also communicating to the switch. Okay, asking what is its identity. Okay, so that it would be registered on the IP table of our network switch. Okay, so it is already green. Why there is no IP? Because we haven't set up an IP in here first. Okay, so later connect anay. Okay, set the IP. So in this example, we set up the DHCP in here. We're going to set up it in static. Okay, we're going to use the class C. 192.168.10 sample lang niya 1. So click on the subnet mask. Automatically it will going to give you the default subnet mask of class C. So tatlo ka 255 kag isa ka 0. Okay, excuse. So 10.1 and 10.2. Okay. So label. Okay, and we are now ready for checking. Command prompt ping 192.168.10.2. Enter. Wait, is still 0 because this is faster. Okay. Oh, sorry, we could not display these two windows at a time. So one at a time lang. Oh, na. Okay. So this is from the other one, PC0, and this is for the PC2. Okay. Okay, so this is the ping on both sides. So another way to check is with the use of PDU. So let's try. From here, going here. Okay. Inbutang na kita ng PDU sa aton na dire. And this one, going here. Okay. So take note, when you put PDU, you're in real time first, and then click on the simulation and edit the filters. So since we do not need these protocols, so we're going to remove this on the list. Okay. Nothing in here, you know, ACL filters. Okay. Close, and we're now ready to play. Okay. So this is how it is going to simulate. So ICMP send from PC 0 to PC2 to PC3. Okay, that's it. ICMP and the STP. Okay, so this is how simulation works. So simulation is used for us to determine how a packet is being transmitted from one host going to another in our network. Okay, so this ends our discussion for today, and again, please try to read your notes. Okay, try to view this video again and again. Okay, and how to do it as we expand our skills in networking. Thank you and good day.